In this presentation, I will begin by outlining the concept of drug trafficking and drug abuse. Republic Act 9165, commonly referred to as the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, is the fundamental legal framework controlling drug-related offenses in the Philippines. Drug trafficking is defined as the unlawful trade of controlled substances, which includes cultivation, manufacturing, distribution, and sales. It includes actions including transporting, importing, and selling illegal substances. Drug abuse, on the other hand, is defined as the misuse of drugs for non-medical purposes, which has negative effects for the user. It can lead to addiction, health concerns, and social problems. When we take a look at the nature of these concerns, we can recognize that drug trafficking is largely a commercial operation that involves huge amounts of drugs and is considered a felony. Drug abuse, on the other hand, is usually for personal use and can be charged as a misdemeanor or a felony, depending on the situation. Furthermore, the intent behind these activities varies greatly. Drug trafficking implies a clear purpose to distribute and profit from the sale of drugs, whereas drug abuse focuses on individual usage and the health consequences.
Globalization. Globalization refers to the process of people, businesses, and governments becoming more integrated and dependent on one another on a global scale. It includes the accelerated flow of capital, people, products, services, technologies, and cultural practices. Globalization and drug trafficking. Globalization makes cross-border movement of people and goods easier, which in turn helps drug trafficking. Through the use of cutting-edge logistics and communication technologies, multinational drug syndicates are able to move drugs into and out of the Philippines with more efficiency because of this interconnection. Globalization and drug abuse. Globalization makes drug misuse in the Philippines worse by making it simpler for narcotics to enter foreign markets, which intensifies the drug inflow. There is a positive correlation between the growth in drug availability, especially for marijuana and methamphetamine, and the rise in drug addiction rates in society. International crime and justice. According to Natarjan's 2014 research on international crime and justice, numerous nations have drug usage issues, and numerous conventions have developed recommendations aimed at lowering the transnational trade in illegal drugs. Furthermore, drug trafficking has been considerably more frequent across borders since the onset of globalization. This has grown to be a threat not only to public security and safety but also to public health. The demand of the drugs will always be met by drug traffickers. Since they are opportunistic, one can anticipate that traffickers will market new drugs, look for new ways to smuggle them, find new partners among organized crime groups abroad, take advantage of advancements in manufacturing and communication technologies, enlist the help of vulnerable people in the trafficking process, and find ways to launder the proceeds.
Social injustice and poverty. The term social injustice describes how some people or groups are treated unfairly in society, frequently due to factors like financial status, gender, race, or class. Contrarily, poverty is the state or not having enough money or resources to live a respectable living. Poverty and drug trafficking. People who are poor may also turn to drug trafficking as a way to make ends meet or to get a better financial position. Drug trafficking can become a desirable alternative for people looking for financial stability or a method to support their families in a place with high rates of poverty. Poverty and drug abuse. Drug misuse can have poverty as a major contributing element. People who experience poverty have little access to education and have a few chances may turn to a drug as a coping mechanism, as a route out of their situation or as a method to fit in with drug-using communities. A social injustice and drug trafficking. Drug trafficking can also be influenced by a social justice since it can foster a sense of scarcity among those seeking to further their careers. People who experience prejudice, lack of chances, and restricted access to jobs and education may turn to drug trafficking as a means of making money and questioning the status quo. Social justice and drug abuse. Drug abuse can be exacerbated by social injustice, including marginalization, discrimination, and lack of access to resources. People who encounter social injustice could be more stressed out, have mental health problems, and feel hopeless, which might make them turn to a drug or alcohol as a coping method. Additionally, according to Dunlap and Johnson's 2010 study, drug dealing, alternative occupations, and poverty are examples of macro-level social consequences. Without an empirical investigation into the ways that societal pressure at a macro level have affected the drug market in New Orleans at the micro level. It shows how poverty and drug use are closely related with the effects of race, social capital deficiency, social opportunity gaps, disturbed families, and close neighborhoods acting as a mitigating factors.
Poor or lack of education. Lack of education refers to insufficient access to quality schooling and learning opportunities, which can result in low literacy rates, poor academic performance, and limited knowledge. This educational gap often leads to diminished job prospects and economic instability, perpetuating cycles of poverty and social inequality. Lack of education and drug trafficking. Lack of education also correlates with drug trafficking. Individuals with limited educational qualification often face economic hardships, making drug trafficking an appealing option for financial gain. In areas where educational resources are scarce, drug trafficking can become a normalized means of survival. Moreover, those lacking education may not fully understand the legal implications of trafficking, increasing their vulnerability to exploitation by criminal organizations. These cycles of poverty and lack of education can perpetuate drug-related crime, making it a complex social issue that requires targeted educational interventions. Lack of education and drug abuse. The relationship between lack of education and drug abuse is significant. Individuals with lower educational attainment are more likely to engage in substance use as a coping mechanism for stress, frustration, or feeling of hopelessness. Studies indicate that those who drop out of school are more prone to substance use disorders with higher rates of drug abuse compared to their educated peers. Additionally, educational programs that informs about the risk of drug abuse have shown effectiveness in reducing substance abuse among students, highlighting that education serves as a protective factor against addiction. Those who live in poverty may be in vulnerable situations that lead their participation in drug trade. Some examples have proven that exposure to drugs and drug trafficking can influence adolescents into doing and selling drugs. Lastly, the fact that these people do not have a stable form of income also leads them to drug trafficking because of the vast amounts of money that can come from selling drugs. Joaquin Archibaldo Guzman, also known as El Chapo, is one of the world's biggest drug lords. American actor Sean Penn was pictured with Guzman in 2016 when they sat down for a 7-hour-long meeting. Even though Penn's intention was to start a conversation about the war on drugs, he actually discovered the impact that Guzman's drug trafficking activities had on his community and personal life. Raised in a very humble and very poor Mexican family, Guzman grew up in a ranch called La Tuna that offered no job opportunities. The only way his family was able to survive and have food on the table was because of the growth and sale of marijuana. Guzman acknowledged the way that drugs ruin human lives in the sense that poverty pushes individuals into drug trade, but it does not stop there. This destruction consists of violence and conflict, which adds to the vicious cycle of people falling into the drug trade in exchange for money to live. Corruption and drug abuse. Corruption, defined as the abuse of entrusted power for private gain, and contribute to drug abuse in several ways. When public officials are corrupted by drug traffickers, it undermines drug control efforts and allows criminals to operate organizations to operate the impunity. The weakens law enforcement and judicial institutions, making it harder to address the root causes of drug abuse. Corruption can also lead to a breakdown of social norms and values, a concept known as anomie. When people perceive that the system is rigid and the corruption is widespread, it can create a sense of hopelessness and delusionment. This can make individuals more susceptible to drug use as a coping mechanism, as they feel that the rules and consequences are no longer applied. Corruption and drug trafficking. Corruption is present throughout the chain of illegal drug trafficking, especially in international or cross-border activities. Criminal investigations use their vast financial resources to bribe officials, including law enforcement and judicial personnel, to facilitate their operations. This allows them to operate the minimal interference from authorities and maximize their profit. When corruption infiltrates the illegal drug trade, it can have devastating consequences on the downfall of the social norms and values. Corruption often leads to heightened violence as drug trafficking organizations and criminal gangs vie control over lucrative markets and routes. Bribed officials and law enforcement personnel may turn a blind eye. They will turn a blind eye to these conflicts, or even they actively support criminal activities, further escalating the violence. This unchecked violence can stabilize the community, displace populations, and lead to a widespread suffering. Corruption can also influence democratic processes by financing the election campaigns or buying votes, giving drug traffickers a voice to policymaking. This can lead to a situation where the interests of criminal organizations are prioritized over those of the public, making it even harder to combat the drug trafficking.